and the current world record by Agents is the most optimized speedrun in GTA history, due to the luck involved. It has been standing for almost 5 years, and it is extremely unlikely it will be beaten anytime soon unless another discovery is found. It's extremely unlikely.
What? What the fuck?
You know, sometimes I am happy to eat my words. This quote you see was a claim I made in a YouTube video about the longest lasting GTA world records in history, and it took less than 2 months before the statement was proven wrong. After 1,764 days, the Grand Theft Auto speedrunning community saw one of its oldest records beaten. Let's delve into how it all went down. For those of you who are not familiar with this little gem of a game, this is Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. Chinatown Wars is a GTA spin-off game released in 2009 for the PSP and Nintendo DS. The game calls back to the roots of GTA 2 and prior by reintroducing a top-down perspective instead of the usual over-the-shoulder view that we have come to expect in modern Grand Theft Auto. For a handheld spin-off, it actually has plenty of content to get your teeth sunk into. However, it didn't take long before Chinatown Wars became a very notorious speedrun. There are over 50 main missions in the game, but a glitch found mere months after release immediately made them all obsolete. A speedrunner by the name of Greenerlink found that if you save in a specific timing window as you start a new game, and then load that same save, you unlock every single mission in the game, including the final one. For some strange reason, when starting the final mission in this state, you also get teleported to the ending portion of the mission rather than the beginning. This meant that a Chinatown Wars speedrun immediately consisted of only a few minutes of gameplay, and an original time of 2 minutes and 11 seconds was set by Greenerlink almost 10 years ago. A few more records were set using this glitch by both Adisic and Agents before Agents managed to get a 2:07 in May 2016. This run by Agents was considered for years to be the death of Chinatown Wars world records, as the run was seemingly perfect. The biggest decider of the run's length is what vehicle you get outside the safe house right at the start of the game, as all the other vehicles you use are fixed spawns or mission vehicles, so getting a fast vehicle here is absolutely mandatory. In his 207, Agents managed to get an NRG 900, which is absolutely ideal. If you're familiar with Grand Theft Auto speedrunning, you'll know that motorbikes are the epitome of speed in most cases, and this is no different in Chinatown Wars. Once you reach the final mission, you have an extremely easy auto-scroller, aka a segment which always takes the same amount of time regardless of your input, into one final drive which uses a fixed spawn and a final fight. Something GTA enthusiasts may know is that final boss fights are usually a complete joke in GTA speedruns, due to how overpowered your weaponry is by the time you reach them. Due to the save glitch, you have no weapons for the final boss, but that doesn't stop the fight from being extremely easy, as simply mashing a fistfight combo will drop the final boss in a few seconds. And that's it. That's the entire run.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What the fuck?
Besides the Snapchat messages that you would only expect to receive as a high-level GTA speedrunner, the eagle-eyed of you might have noticed a few things different in this new record. The first being that an NRG was not found at all. Kuda got a Turismo instead, which is definitely a fast vehicle, but it's not quite on the same level as an NRG. However, the time taken to drive to the final mission is around the same. Why is that? Kuda's run was done on the Android version, which was released at the end of 2014. This version is slightly different to the PSP or Nintendo DS version mechanically, as if you drive fast enough, traffic will simply stop spawning in front of you. This allowed Kuda to use a slower vehicle, but make up the time by being able to take better driving routes on the roads to the final mission. From here, he went through the auto-scroller, drove to the final boss fight, and finished the game in optimal fashion. Chinatown Wars uses in-game timing to measure speed, rather than relying on the real time that has passed, which means only the time in the stats menu underneath time to complete story is what matters. When checking the stats, Kuda saw that he had just made history in GTA speedrunning, and beat the only GTA record that for years was considered unbeatable. What does the future hold for Chinatown Wars? Will Kuda's 206 stand the test of time, or will it be bested once someone grinds out another NRG 900 spawn? That remains to be seen, but I'll do my best to keep you updated. Until then, have a wonderful day.